Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Shantae from Simply Shantae's Plans. This is episode 2 of my back to school series and we're talking about my favorite thing, school supplies. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the Erin Condren back to school collection as well as sharing my top 5 essentials that every kid should have in their backpack on their way back to school. I am so excited about this collection from Erin Condren. It is not releasing until July 7th, so we have about 1 week to look at the items, watch the videos, and prepare our list before you'll be able to purchase. On July 7th, you can come back to this video and check out the link in the description box or head to my Instagram page where I'll also have a link to these items. When you purchase from my link, it shows Erin Condren that you liked my content, and it also helps support my classroom as I may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. My deepest appreciation and gratitude to you if you choose to use my link. Now, I'm very excited about these items, so I'm just gonna flip the camera around and get right to it. Alright, I kind of want to just dive right in. I have everything set up around me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what is launching. Now, there are some other items. I don't have everything, but I have quite a few. This first thing is called the A5 Kids Diary. It is gonna be $18 on launch day, and this is one of my favorite things that are launching. This is an A5 size. It's on a coil. These covers are interchangeable and will be customizable, and this cover was designed for this journal. It kind of matches, which I'll show you in a moment. When you open this, you will see that it is designed for kids, but I really think a lot of different people would find use in this because there are several prompted pages for journaling. There are also a bunch of blank pages littered throughout the diary, so that way you can use them for whatever you'd like. On the prompted pages, there is a spot for the date, a spot to rate the day on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, a spot for the mood. This is where the emojis from the cover came from, as well as a spot to mark the weather. Then you get this big section here with the only prompt being today I. So students or children will be able to draw or paint a picture or color or write anything they want to kind of memorialize their day. On the bottom, there's a section for gratitude and then a section for forward planning for the next day. So I really like this journal. If you watched episode 1 of my back to school series, I mentioned having a conversation with your student before it's time for back to school, and having something like this journal may be a good stepping stone into that conversation. They could use one of these pages or even one of the blank pages to kind of get out their initial thoughts or feelings about the transition, and then you can use that as an anchorage point when you're having your discussion. I really love this journal. I think it would be great if you had like a cool down corner or something like a reflection space in your home after arguments. There's just a lot of ways to use this. I also love that it has different colors. We started off in more of a pink tones, and then as you flip through you can see there's greens and blues and purples and yellows. So there's really something for everybody in this book, and I really like it. Again, this one is going to be $18. Now, the next book I'm going to show you is actually my favorite. I love this so much, and I will get into why in just a moment. But this is the Kids Ultimate Checklist Notebook. It's going to retail for $22. It is a 7x9 book on a coil with an interchangeable and personalizable cover. When you open it, there's first a title page for the child's name. Then there are 2 pages to kind of personalize the book. There's some prompts for the child to fill out about their favorite things and what they're interested in, some information about them. This is a tabbed book. You can see on the side there are several different tabs, and the first one is for routines. Now, I can't tell you how important it is for children to have a routine, but also learn to take responsibility and ownership over that routine. Each of these pages is going to last you 1 week, so there's over 22 in this first section. The top section is labeled morning routine and the bottom section is labeled evening routine. There's a space for them to check off the task each day, and that is true for both morning and evening routine. There's a section for them also to write down what the task is. I can see this being so helpful in so many households. If this is out where the child is either getting ready for the day or unwinding for the day, they can really grab some independence and start taking ownership over these routines and getting themselves ready or getting themselves ready to go to sleep. I love that this is here. You could fill this out with your child. If your child's more independent, they could do it independently, but it is a great way for them to kind of monitor their progress towards their end goal, which would be getting ready for the day or getting ready for the night. The only thing I would add on this page is a spot for the date. There's no spot on this page for the date of the week, and that's the only thing I would add. But I seriously love that there are so many pages of these. It's wonderful. The next tab is very similar. It is the Habits tab, and this one is full of trackers for healthy and helpful habits. I love that this is in here as well because it's a great stepping stone to talk about self-care and wellness with your family and with your child. There's a ton of spaces here that your child would be able to put in some healthy habits, whether that's walking, whether that is getting enough sleep, anything like that they could put in this journal and then check it off. So each page is also a week. Another tab that doesn't have date of the week, which I would like, but you could easily write that in at the top. After healthy habits, you get chore chart, which again, love this. Same kind of setup as far as having a space for them to write the task and then a space to check it off, but the chore chart has an added part here where you can choose a reward. So you could have your children fill this out, you could fill it out, but it's a great marker for them to see how their progress is and what they are earning. There are several of these, and unlike the last two tabs, this one does have a section that says week of, so you will be able to write the day of the week on these pages. Right after chore chart, conveniently, is the allowance tab. It starts with a page that says what I'm saving for, what I want to buy, what I want to save, and what I want to share with others. If you would love to start building some financial literacy with your children at an early age, this is a great simplified way to do that because it kind of breaks down your money in 3 ways. It kind of teaches them the value of money as well. On the other side of this page and all the pages to follow, you have allowance tracker. It is a chart that has date, how I earned the money, the amount of money I earned, and then the total money I have now. So this is kind of another great tracking page for students and children to kind of see where they are earning money and also how they're saving and, you know, accumulating their little wealth. The next tab is a reading log, and as a teacher, I love to see this. There are so many different ways you could use a reading log, so many benefits to having one, and I just am so happy this book is full of reading logs. You have a section for date, the title of the book, and the number of pages read. This is a great way to introduce reading for pleasure for your child. You could incentivize reading. You could do a family reading challenge. You can notice trends with the reading log of what types of books we liked, what types of books we didn't like. Just so many different things. You could mark your Lexia or reading level in here. I just really love that there's so many reading logs with this. And like I just mentioned, it would be really fun to do like a family reading challenge for a set amount of time, like who read the most amount of pages, and then that person gets to pick an activity or something like that. I can just think of so many different things. The last section in this book is the notes section. So these are just some wide ruled notes pages that the student could use for literally whatever they wanted. So I love this book. Like I mentioned, these 2 books are my favorite things that came out in the back to school collection, and I will be purchasing extras for some students that I see outside of the school day. In addition to the notebooks, there are so many new writing tools coming out. I'm just gonna pull some into my view here. This first one is the Fine Tip Wet Erase Marker Set. This is going to be $15.50, and it's a product that actually already launched. This is sort of a relaunch in a new design with an 8-pack instead of a 3 or 4-pack as before. They have the mid-century circle barrel. The names are not on the markers themselves, but they are on the back here, and they come with this really cute mid-century circles card. I wrote on one of these items, I'll show you later, and they do smudge a little bit, but I do like to use these on my whiteboard or my transparent paper when I'm teaching to either underline or highlight something important, whether that's in a text or a math word problem. The colors that come in this are black, purple, magenta, coral, orange, turquoise, royal blue, and Kelly green. So good assortment of colors. Then we have this 6-pack of ballpoint pens. They all have black ink, and this is going to be sold together in a 6-pack for $15.50. They write really smoothly, but again, they are ballpoint. So if that is not your favorite type of pen, keep that in mind. But the barrel colors are really pretty. They have this silver one, a light pink, a lavender, a light blue, this sort of rose gold, and then a cream color. And I think these would look really good in your bag or in your pen case as well. So love those. Again, all black ink and $15.50 on the website. The writing tool I'm most excited about, though, is this mini gel pen 24-pack. So this is going to be $20. They are 1.0 tip, and the colors of the pens are all labeled here on the front packaging, but not on the individual pens themselves. So I love that this set comes in a pen case, and it just opens really nicely. All the pens fit into their own little groove, so they're not gonna, you know, fall out when you put this in a bag or a backpack, which is great for on the go. There are several different colors in here, some metallic, some pastels, some neons, and they have a really vibrant ink color. I don't have a pen test right now, but I will show you one over on my Instagram channel, over on my Instagram page a little bit later today. But these are so pretty. I love these, and would be very tempted to have these with me every single day. If your child loves to note take, these are a great gift for them because they can note take in several different colors. There's also one more set of new writing tools that I don't have with me. This will be called the Ultimate Fine Tip Marker 12-pack. That will be $20 as well. So we will have to see what that looks like when it comes out on the website. All right, I'm going to move these things aside and kind of move on to the next item. So this thing. This is the standing pencil pouch. Now this is the mid-century circles design, but it will come in at least 3 designs if this one is not your favorite. This is going to be $16, and when I saw this in the newsletter for summer, I literally screamed. This is something I have been wanting for so long, and I'm so happy that it's finally here. Let me open it up. You can see that it is a pencil pouch. I have several EC dual tip markers in here right now, but the novelty of this item is that it just stands up. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to do anything. It stands up perfectly. The reason that I would recommend this as a teacher to students or families is because this isn't going to take a lot of room in your backpack, right? And you don't have to dump it out to see what you have. So this would fit nicely on a desk if you are in middle or high school, even elementary school, because you don't have to spill everything out to see what you have. You could put your ruler in here, you could put some tape in here, you could put anything, but you will definitely be saving space, and it is super cute and super functional. So I would 100% recommend this to students and families. Now, I said that the notebooks were my favorite item, and this is definitely a close second in this back to school collection because it is just so stunning and so just amazing. I love this thing so much. I'm actually just gonna pop it right here so I can keep looking at it. A next item is something really fun that is being launched, and that is the glue stick trio. These are going to come at you for $4.50, and like I said, it's a trio, so they will be all three included. Is this the most essential item that you would need for back to school? No, I don't think so. You can, get your classic Elmer's glue, but it is so cute to have the mid-century circles design here on the barrel, and then this, I love this like blue aqua color. It is a cute accessory to have. So this kind of just makes me laugh. To be honest, I love them. I probably won't ever use them because I don't want to like get rid of the barrel or anything, but they're cute. They are super, super cute. All right, moving right along here, along with all of the things that are coming out, we are getting a new desk organizer set. So this has come out before in different patterns, but this year we have this new kind of color blends pattern. It is lots of pastel-y colors that kind of ombre into each other, which is gorgeous. I'm not going to open this desk organizer set right now, but I did want to show you what comes in it. There is a magazine file, a pen holder, a magazine tray, and then a letter sorter. This would be great on a desk. This would be great in a locker to keep things organized and clutter-free. And again, these blends, these colors are super, super pretty. They're kind of pastel-y, but still very vibrant. I don't know if I explained that very well, but this is coming on the website for $26. I currently have like 3 sets of those desk organizers right now. I just have them in the mid-century circles design. All right, making room here on my table. We are moving right along. Speaking of summer fun, those color blends remind me of summer fun. We have this new Post-it note, sticky note ball. This is a colorful ball. I believe there are 12 different sticky notes on here, so I don't know if that makes this like a dodecagon or something. All my math people help me out, please. But this is full of sticky notes. I believe there's 25 sticky note per mini pad. Some of them are graph, some of them are this beautiful color blend. There's a dot grid one, a lined one. This one has the Erin Condren logo on it, but regardless, this is super cute. I would say this would probably get smashed in a backpack or a locker, so it would probably be best if you were a little bit more stationary on a desk, but do love that. Up next are 3 new notepads that are launching. This first one is called the Weekly Projects and Exams notepad. There are 5 different sections on this notepad. In each section, there's a space for you to write the topic, information about whatever project or assignment it is, a to-do list for that project, and then it just repeats itself 5 times. This would be a great gift for a college student or a high school student who is learning to prioritize and manage big projects on their own. This is going to be $10. Actually, all of these notepads are going to be $10. This next one is called the Focused Daily Notepad. I've actually seen one very similar to this on the website already in a colorful layout, so this is just the focused version. There is a box on here for each day of the week, and then the weekend shares a box, so Saturday and Sunday would both be in this box, and that is pretty nice. It's pretty nice, pretty open for you to use this as you wish. And then I'm very excited about this last notepad here. This is called the Weekly Goals notepad. The tops here all said something weird on mine. They are customizable, so you'll be able to put your own name or anything like that, but this one is super nice. It has a spot for you to mark the week. There is a spot for your most important goals, action steps and to-dos to reach those goals, a note section, and then a section for comments on the next week. I really like this notepad if I'm going to set a weekly intention or anything like that. So these notepads, like I said, are $10. There's a few other notepads and a desk pad that is being released as well. I don't have those ones, but they will be on the website next week. Following the notepads, we have some new and exciting dashboards and things like that. This is the magnetic dashboard. There's 3 of these. These things are strong. They are very, very strong. If you've seen any of their magnetic kind of bookmarks or dashboards before. They are not very strong. I actually don't even use them anymore other than decoration because they always flip off. But these are kind of heavy. They got some weight to it and they're sticking together very well. You can just see how magnetic they are. This first one here is called the Weekly Schedule Dashboard. It has a spot for projects, to-dos, and then on the back there is a space for each day of the week. This one I wrote on, so it kind of looks a little messy, but it is nice. I wrote on these with these wet erase markers, and I want to show you how they just fit on a page. So here's an academic planner. We don't care too much about that, but this will just snap in like this, and it holds several pages. This thing is not going anywhere. It is very strong and sturdy. The other dashboard here is called the productivity one, and this one just has a bunch of checklists on both sides. And finally, this last one is a habit tracker. This one has habit trackers on one side, and then on the other, it has a space for your goals and a spot to write why those goals are important. So these three are each going to be $7.50 each, available on the website. And like I said, they fit in here really, really, really nicely. There is a new 7x9 dashboard. This would fit into a coiled 7x9 or 8.5 by 11 book. This is project and exams. It looks very similar to that notepad I just showed you, except on the back it has an additional 2 sections, one for long-term projects and upcoming exams. So if you're going to do a little bit more long-term planning, this is nice to have. It will fit great in a notebook, it'll fit great in a planner, and it will just snap in. The dashboards I'm most excited about, though, are actually for the A5. So here is my A5 Daily Duo, and here is the new A5 Snap-in Weekly Schedule Dashboard. This dashboard has priorities, to-dos, and then each day of the week on the back. This fits in perfectly for the A5, was designed for the A5. When you close the book, it stands in line with the cover, and then on the bottom, it's a little bit shorter than the cover, but it fits perfectly. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. We asked, EC delivered. Thank you so much for giving us this dashboard. But even more exciting, there's also one for the Ring agenda. So I have my daily Ring agenda here, and in it we have a dashboard. This one is a one you snap into the rings. It has the holes already punched. It looks very similar to the Daily Duo dashboard I just showed you, but there are priorities to do, and then on the back a space for each day of the week, and it just, oh, it looks amazing in this book. I love it so, so much. Up here you can see that it sticks out a little bit, so it would be nice for a bookmark as well. I am pumped about this insert. Alright, while I close that up, I just want to talk really briefly about the last item I have here to show you, and that are these poly folders. Now they come in packs of 3, and each 3-pack is going to be $12. The first 3-pack you can choose from is this colorful color blends, just my type. These each will have a quote on the front. The first one says, "Plan for the future while honoring the past." The next one says, "Don't forget your vision." And finally, "Everyone is a work in progress." These color blends, this color scheme is so, so pretty, and these folders are poly, so they're a little plasticky, so they're gonna hold up. I also like that they have the 3-hole punch for a binder already. So if you wanted to put them either in your teacher binder or some other binder that you have, this will work out great. These 3 that I'm showing here are the Pastel Mid-Century Circles pack, and they are $12. Alright, now that I have showed you all of the things from the back to school collection, I want to talk about my top 5 things that I think every school-age child should have in their backpack. I'm I'm going to show you these products from Erin Condren, but please note that you could get these items from any other store other than Erin Condren as well if they are a little bit out of your price range, or if you have multiple children, or just not your style. Alright, I'm going to show you these things in no particular order, and the first up is folders. Folders are key. With all of the paper and things that students get, it is important to have enough folders. I would say at least one per class. It's important to get folders that are going to hold up. These are the Erin Condren folders, but they also have released this mid-century circle kind of pocket folder that stands like this. And they have these manila type folders like this, these file folders. So folders are a great way to start talking about organization with your child and keeping things clear. I would suggest a color-coded folder system so they can associate a color with a class. You would be surprised of how many 6th graders we have to teach to put a math paper in a math folder. Folders definitely high on the list. Along with folders, I would say that notebooks are super, super important. I love the Erin Condren notebooks simply because you can get them in 2 different sizes. Here is the 8.5 by 11. Here's some 7 by 9. I also love that you can choose the type of paper. So this one has lined paper. There is graph paper for math, if that's something you're interested in, or dot grid, great for note taking. Erin Condren also has 2 other types of paper that you can choose from as well on the website, and this 3 subject notebook, which I like because you can easily organize 3 classes or assignments in this one book, so less things to carry around. I love these notebooks. I think they start at $16 and they last a long time. They also have that classic Erin Condren paper, but again, any notebook is fine as long as your child has what they need. Some schools require loose leaf paper instead of notebooks. You're just going to have to check in with your school. I also highly recommend some type of pencil pouch or pencil pouch holder. Clearly, I'm obsessed with this one, but Erin Condren actually has several others as well. They have these customizable pencil cases you can order. I got this one last year. I also ordered a new one in the Flora, so that is what I'm using. But they also have a ton of different planny packs. These ones kind of are smaller, but they kind of loop onto a notebook. And then, of course, the accordion pouches, which have tons and tons of storage. They shrink up, they spread out. Mine is currently filled with a bunch of pens, but this would be great if you wanted to put pens, markers, highlighters, tissues and hand sanitizer, extra masks, anything like that. This would be great too, and there's a variety of colors on the website. In addition to pencil holders, I am definitely here for all of the pens or pencils that you can find. As a teacher, pens and pencils are the #1 thing to go missing in my classroom, and that's fine. But if you have the capacity, having a good stash for your student is essential in my opinion. And then kind of along that same vein, having multiple colored options for your students in class is also going to be very key. I have a bunch of different colored EC writing tools here. There's crayons, markers, gel pens, dual tip markers. The reason I say that is because color coding is one of the fastest way for students to memorize things. It helps call out. It's great for students who are multilingual or maybe learning English as a second language. It's great for students who have challenges with phonological processing, decoding, or reading. It's great for students who have challenges with executive functions because it highlights the most important thing. It's great for underlining text. It's great for taking notes. So having at least 2 different color pens or pencils available for your child is going to be great. These EC ones that come in these cases, perfect for the backpack. So I highly, highly recommend having at least 2 colors. EC also has dual tip highlighters that you can purchase for them as well, but definitely recommend having multiple colored writing utensils. Last but certainly not least is a planner. I have two EC academic planners. I have already reviewed these on my YouTube channel. I will link a description to those reviews below, but it is essential for students to have a planner. I would say 4th grade and up, they should start learning how to track their assignments and things like that. I love both of these EC options for students. I would recommend them to families as well. But if a planner is not in your child's school supply budget, double check with your school, because oftentimes schools will have planners available for students. For example, my school gave out our middle schoolers planners, and it had their bathroom passes and our school schedule and everything like that. But also we had some extra blank ones laying around that we gave out to some students as well. So a planner is essential for back to school. That is everything for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you will stick around for episode 3, where I talk about how to get your child to use a planner. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I post all of my next videos. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in my next one.